So in this video, we got Curious Jay here. Good to see you after all this time.
Yes,
been quite a while.
Good to be back. Good to be back.
And I'm shocked that you haven't seen this video that I uploaded, and I was one of the last ones to upload it on April 9th, 2017. This is after the Syrian, I guess the quote, chemical attack. A lot of people have accused that of being a false flag and being a staged event. Are you up to date at least on that part?
Yeah, I'm up to date slightly on the fact that a lot of people are saying that it's false flag. I read the statement by Ron Paul that you'd sent over.
That was pretty well. Of course, people who watch this content think that he's in on the deal, but it's kind of weird how they would let him say something like that.
Yeah, I agree. And but when I was off at work for a couple of weeks, and when I go to work, I'm typically kind of secluded. Don't get as much internet access. So I've seen a couple of headlines, but this is new to me right here.
Yeah, so this is basically going to be a reaction video for what you're going to see here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to lay out, I just want you to kind of think through it or think out loud as you're watching it to really try to interpret just what you're looking at here.
Yep. Start me off. Where are we here? Okay, so this guy's obviously being rescued from the rubble in Syria, correct?
Well, I mean, at this point, in 41 seconds into the video, he's being rescued from the rubble, but it's the previous,
it's
25, 30 seconds to...
The only thing we're missing here is a countdown, is what my first reaction
It almost feels like it was a countdown, or at least, I don't understand the panning of the camera around them as they're doing, I guess, the mannequin challenge.
Yeah, well, they were setting up a shot, is what I'm getting. A lot of times when you're filming, what they'll do is they'll check where they're going to go, where they're going to start, and their end points. Check to make sure both are in focus.
So do you think the editor post clip forgot to edit that part out?
That's what I'm wondering is like, and then you have a countdown, and when I said we're missing a countdown, you're right. This is the video where the countdown was.
All right, so that's your logical reaction. What's your visceral, emotional reaction to that? How does that make you feel?
With the fact that this is
it's bullshit.
Yeah, the fact that this is probably bullshit. This is pretty. Well, first of all, I get mad, and then I kind of just shake my head and say typical.
Typical at this point, but how can anybody who watches anything mainstream, or as somebody that searches throughout YouTube and finds this video, this reaction video, the original one I uploaded to the channel, how can they explain this away?
Yeah, and well, what really bugs me about this stuff is that here's a perfect example of something that every single person who sees this should question it. But it seems like they're the only group that questions it is, the group that watches our videos and others. I mean, the conspiracy crowd or whatever you want to call them. Why aren't the average Joe and Jane out there looking at something like this, who's never heard of any conspiracies and going, what the heck? Because I haven't seen this. I didn't even know what you were getting at.
You have seen many... how should I say, to set up things like this, so you're kind of prepared for it, and it still surprised you.
Yeah.
So how do you think someone who's never seen this can really even interpret it within their brain if they don't wake up? I mean, the normal thing would be kind of like with 9/11, where that day when I saw it, it was like this doesn't make sense.
No, the guy's like dead. What I thought you were getting at, like watching that first 30 seconds or whatever, was. I thought the guy was either unconscious or dead, right? And I thought maybe, like, I was watching him really close because I thought maybe he was going to twitch or something, the first thing that hit me was the guy, ethnicity-wise, it's hard to tell, but he looks American. Is the first thing I thought, or European.
Yeah.
He looks like a Caucasian individual. It's hard to tell with the white dust or stage powder all over his face. But
It's going to play without sound again. You know, these white helmets, I've researched it after I saw this video. These white helmets are, in some circles of conspiracy theory, are considered to be a terrorist organization, or they're the people they're NATO troops, I think. They're with NATO, and people have accused them of being an actual terrorist organization as well.
yeah, so these guys, I mean, look, nobody's moving. They're waiting, and then boom. Yeah, what? Okay, so the guy had
There's no
pain.
video manipulation there. Literally, it was in real time, no slow motion, no freeze frame. It was just
Did they move the rock or something?
They
right
put
at the
the rock on him, I think, and then they took it off.
So
They placed it.
But at the beginning, when he's still in those first 30 seconds or so, is the rocks on his knee? And then, could they say, I guess what they're saying is that, I guess what they would say is that he was not in pain due to the rock being on his right knee. But as soon as he removes it, that pain just kicks in.
Okay, so there's a chemical attack.
Yeah.
There's a chemical attack. And it's a frantic, chaotic situation where everybody just freezes and doesn't move quickly to get him out of there. They don't move him quickly to get him out of there in the middle of a chemical attack, which could be followed up by a mortar attack or a bombing or anything. But they're going to wait a good over 20 seconds, whatever. And he's acting like he's unconscious, but then he goes from full bore. Like, this is like from the movie Creed, where he was knocked out and then all of a sudden he just comes to.
And pause it right there. So, okay. And look, go right back to before the movement and then pause it. So one thing that I want to make note of, if the guy was unconscious, they claimed that he was unconscious, then he would not know that these two gentlemen are to his left and right, correct?
Correct.
But watch what happens. As soon as he comes to, he grabs both their arms. Watch.
To help him up.
Yeah. So if, you can't say he was unconscious first and that the moving of the rock woke him up, because he wouldn't know those guys were there. He wouldn't just instinctively open his eyes and grab their arms.
They actually didn't move the rock until after he grabs his arms. Well,
oh, really?
There's two little rocks. It's like the appearance that he's stuck underneath and he's trapped underneath all this rubble. It's two rocks, dude.
From the front view, it almost looks as if the rocks are flush on his legs.
Right there.
Right there.
That like he's under a ton of rubble.
Oh, that's why they're getting that
shot.
Right
here, and when he moves, I mean, look. Yeah, there's almost
rocks
like a pre-cut out hole.
They're not even on him.
It's almost like it's a pre-cut out hole with two, for all we know, they could be the same rocks that were on the moon with the C on it.
Yeah, that's some moon rocks right there, donated by Armstrong.
I just wanted to get your reaction, but I guess we get stages of reaction within this video. Just all these Easter eggs.
There's nothing you can, even if they claimed, like I say, even if they claimed that he wasn't in pain, but when they moved the rock, you can't even say that. The rock's not on his knee.
If we presented that theory in some way or structure to our wives or to the police, we would be kicked out of our house and in jail.
Yeah, this would never fly. I just don't understand why more people than us, than our group, whatever you want to call that group, why aren't people seeing this stuff, man? It just really blows my mind.
Yeah, there's lots of hashtags going around. The fake video Syria white helmets are actors from Al-Qaeda, equal Al-Nusra. I never heard of that. Oscar, best actor, white helmets, all these hashtags going around. There, we're off to a good start, I guess.
Yeah, well.
I don't know. I'd like to say we don't have anything to top this, but from the link she gave me, we always have something to top it. We got
some more to come, but so if anyone out there checks this out and has a logical explanation for this, please, I need something to laugh at.
And saying you're crazy or you guys are shills or anything like that would not constitute a logical explanation, right?
Right. This is what happens right before you shoot a scene on a TV show or a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That's all it is.
But you can see the curvature of the earth, though, in this.
Yeah. Look, there's the curvature.
Whatever.